the importance of end of financial year accruals. It's nearing the end of the financial year, and currently your financial reports show the following summary of expenses for midway through June on the clinical supplies line. You've actually spent $9,800 this month with a budget of $20,000, which gives you a variance of $10,200 in the positive, so you're under budget. The whole year, the year-to-date actual, the expenditure has been $223,400 against a year-to-date budget of $240,000. Overall for the year, at the moment you have a positive variance of $16,600 under budget. However, you placed an order for some extra clinical supplies on 20th of June. They arrived on the 24th, but the invoice has not been processed. You have two choices. Firstly, you can wait to have some time to process the invoice for payment, probably in July. Not a good idea, as you want the amount to be counted in the current financial year. So the better choice is the second one. As cost centre manager, you advise your management accountant that the order has arrived, but the invoice for $12,450 has yet to be processed. Your management accountant will prepare a journal for the 30th of June on the current financial year as follows. Clinical supplies, debit, $12,450, and accrued expenses in the credit, $12,450, because debits must equal credits. The clinical supply line in your financial report for the end of June will now read as follows. You actually spent in June $22,250 against a budget of $20,000. So it's a negative variance, or a bit over budget, of $2,250. Your actual year-to-date figure now is $235,850. Your full-year budget was $240,000, so you have a positive variance, or just under budget, of $4,150. Accrual accounting is a method of recording revenue and expense when they are earned or incurred, regardless of when the cash is exchanged or payments are made. Towards the end of the financial year, you should advise your management accountant of all orders and invoices expected before the end of the financial year to ensure that your next financial year budget is not negatively impacted by purchases made the previous year. The decision to recognise the accrued expenses in the current financial year will present a more accurate picture of how much your cost centre actually spent on expenses in that financial year. This is also important because budget builds for subsequent years often consider the previous year's expenditure. Once the invoice is approved and processed, the journal adjustment will be debit accrued expenses of $12,450. This reverses the original entry, and to balance it off, credit entry of $12,450 into accounts payable.